Good morning, good morning. If you have your oils, you just put it on your palm. Rub your hands together. And if you don't have your oils, you just rub your hands together. And put one hand on your low belly and one hand on your low back and pause right there. Breathe into the space between your hands. And in that space, can you feel the gratitude for this bright life you're holding between your hands? Can you feel a love for the life you're holding between your hands? Some mornings I am distracted by the behavior I had yesterday. And I hold that in my mind. And I cannot say I love you this morning to this space between my hands. And sometimes I feel the expectations of the day ahead and all that will be asked of me, and I think, I cannot say I love you. I already feel burdened. And instead, just pausing right here, noticing, restarting, resetting, until we can find a place that is clear and strong enough to say, I love you, to the life between our hands. And as you're ready, build a cross-legged seat. Sitting up tall. Good morning and welcome. If you're new to this, my name is Martha McAlpin, and this is an hour of kundalini yoga, bringing us back to ourselves. And to do so, we tune in. Om Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me. 3 times inhale, tune in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists. Your playlist begins at Take My Leave of You, track number 2. It's very dark in the world of Facebook. It will get better as the light changes behind us. So start your playlist, Take My Leave of You, and come to lie down on your back. Knees bent, feet flat. I'll meet you there. Hands wide overhead, arching your back, and then rounding down into the floor as though you were doing cat-cow, and you were doing cat-cow on your back. And then close your eyes and move the spine from the hips.
Get unstuck from where you've been. Your perspective, your righteousness, your wrongness. Get unstuck. As you move here, invite your inhalation to get a count larger. And again, a count larger. And feel how it changes the movement of your body. Pause neutral. The sensation through your spine, hips, the legs. Tracing that sensation right down to your feet. Take your feet a step forward and widen them to feel the outside edge of the mat. And keeping your feet wide, drop your knees to the left. Pause there. And make sure that you dropped them left and they didn't get forced anywhere. And as though you were underwater, wash them to the right and pause there. Take away any force, soften the inner thigh, outer hip. And now wash back and forth. And then we're washing rather than moving, and washing is washing us. We're not being pushed around. Not being asked to change anything, just an easy exploration. And then maybe in that ease and in that invitation, there's another invitation to a new mood, a new state of mind. If we can be easy with ourselves, simple and accepting, then like a curious cat, our joy can come closer to sniff at our fingertips. Three, 2, and 1. Feet flat. Pause. Draw your left knee in. Hold the shin. Interlace your fingers. Right leg long. Flex, point your feet. And draw your right knee in and wide and out. So you're making a great circle with your right knee. And reverse that circle. Again, an invitation. Rather than trying to correct something we find in the circle, it's an invitation to let it in, to let it out, to be moved. And see if it finds its own way to ease. And change sides. Hands over the right shin, left leg, roll your feet until they're flexed and clear, and then left knee to the chest and wide and extend. And how different this side is from the other. And how we can have no need to make them the same. What if we allow that? This is fine. Thank you, left hip. And reverse your direction out to the wide left side and into the center, extending long. Notice the rest of your body and how does it want to reply. One more. Right foot flat, left ankle over the right knee. Lift your head, shoulders. Draw your knee towards your chest and then open out wide. Exhaling to come in and inhaling to open out. Changing sides, right ankle over the left to open and close. Flush out the navel, strengthen your body, strengthen your breath for 3, for 2. Hands wide or overhead. Legs long like a starfish, heels wide, hands wide. Feel the breath into the pelvis. And putting the soles of your feet together, let your knees be wide. Feeling the expanse of your rib cage as you breathe. Feel that into the abdomen, and then feel that all the way down into the pelvis. And begin to create more inner space than the physical body could imagine. Arms wide or overhead. Bring your feet flat, your knees together, your feet together. And inhale, peel open. Exhale, close. So in and out through the nose, adding this little puff of exhalation as your feet come flat and your knees together. And that little puff of breath coming from the low abdomen, drawing towards the low back. Three, 2, feet flat, pause. Step your heels under your knees. Stand in your heels, stand in your feet, and lift your hips. Now open and close the knees. Inhale, open, exhale, close, using that little flush of breath out of the belly. Coming to the outer feet. Your hips tend to drop a little. And as your feet come flat, stand in the feet and allow the hips to float. And pause, set it down. Arms out wide, heels up high. Widen your legs, and then the left foot down to the floor, the right foot on top. Sweep up and open and over to the right. Find center, heels wide, hands to the inner thighs, press into your heels, lengthen out. Press the thighs into your hands, broaden your chest and settle into the spine. Tips of the toes, flex point. Find length from the backs of your knees to the soles of your feet. Bending your knees, hands to shins, bring it all in. A little side to side. Shake out the knees, shake out the feet, so that you can roll to a cross-legged seat. Setting the blanket down, a blanket or a bolster, give your hips a little height. Heels out wide. Shake out the feet, shake out the knees. Interlacing your fingers, a great circle. Feet are flexed, spacing the toes as you can. So that we're opening from the hips to the feet, remembering our ground, standing our ground. Connect to the aspects of Muladhara. And then find the circle of the pelvis. The left, the right, the front, the back, the self and the other. All the duality we encounter. This is in the belly. And then reverse your direction. And smaller reverse into the seat, into the bowl that holds all your inner organs. And reverse that direction. Pausing tall, put your hands on your thighs and simply feel the sensation, circulation, and awareness of the low belly, hips, feet. And walk your heels together. Bending your knees, toes point up.
Seated right in the middle of your blanket. Reach forward, fold your fingers in, and draw back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Work here, moving from the heels and the hips, or split your hands as you come forward, like you're sliding up a rope. Three, two, one. Cross your legs. Little cups with your hands, open the elbows, inhale, and 3 more sips. Heart up, chin in, pause, and pulse the pelvic floor in your mind. Svadhistana, svadhistana. Keep it going. Exhale. Inhale. Pause the breath, pulse the pelvic floor. 5, 4, 3, 2. And release the breath, the elbows, the hands, sitting tall, pause to notice. And feel this. We can become so skillful at feeling our insufficiencies that at the slightest hint that they've been pointed out, we're activated. And that's what we feel. Feel this. Feel the change from one state to another. And then choose which of these will I cultivate and keep. Blocks up in front, keep going. I am speaking to myself today. Unfold your blanket so that it waits for you behind you. Feet are up at the top, blocks are up at the top. 2 fists fit between your feet. Reach your fingers out, thumbs up. Sit down to lift your thumbs, to lift your heart, to stand so tall. And then sit back down, hips back, fingers out, ribs down, head down. Inhaling up. Unfold yourself. And fold. And in this seat, I can feel this heavy, this lost, moving through the day like this, or I can sink into my heels, stand tall, vulnerable, or down. Just notice the difference in each stature. What can you see? What can you imagine in each shape? One more, we go. Sit it down. And rise tall. Arms wide, knees bend, left foot steps back, left knee down. Ha! Opening the front body by lifting your hands high, and then drop your hands. Your left toe behind you is tucked under. Your hands swing from the feet. Your front heel bringing your hips forward and back only as far as the hips and the spine appreciate. And the hands high, and the hands down. Step your left foot up. Hands wide, sit down, stand up tall. And back down, hips back, knees bend, hands to the blocks, right foot back, right knee down. Inhale.
And exhale, take it back. Upright. Hands down. Stepping up. Sit down. Reach wide. And fold. Left foot steps back, left knee down, hands up high. Right hand holds the left wrist and we move forward and we move back. Pause, just breathing into the left side lung, softening your feet and your hips. And hands down, stepping your left foot up. Sit down to sweep wide, to stand tall. Knees bend, hands wide, right foot comes back, right knee down, hands up high. Becoming balanced front to back, letting go. Finding the mobility between front and back, like a cyclist. Hands up high, left hand holds the right wrist forward and back. What does it open? What does it change when you stabilize your hands? Pause. Making your way in and out a little bit further, exploring. And then setting the blocks aside, finding a high plank position. Stepping your left foot back. Bring your hips down to the blanket, bend your knees. A little lift and back to child. Fold in. Forward, rock. And press back. Folding back, elbows down, palms together, thumbs are up, drop your head and breathe deeply. Fold your blanket in half, front to back. Seated in the center. Blocks up on either side. Your fingertips going down the fronts or the sides. Leaning forward, press down to lift your hips. Press into the outer feet and then sit down, inhaling up. Rock forward, press. So we've used the blocks as a beginning. If you choose the full pose, hands make a fist, the thumbs on the side of the fist. Put your knuckles down, be mindful of rings here, and press, and then lift up. Press down, awesome. Hands up high. Let it out, and then press it down.
So hands or blocks, it's entirely your choice. Listen to your hands, your wrists, your shoulders. And as you keep your hands to the floor, lift your hips and pause. The knuckles down, the feet down, the navel up and into the body. And sit down, let it out. And set it down. Press, stay. And sit down. In and up. And down and press. Sitting down. And let it be quick and simple to rise and return. Good, hands up high, little cups. Opening the elbows, 3 sips, bring it in. Heart up, chin in, and pulse the pelvic floor. Get everything in the bowl of the pelvis moving. And then on an exhalation, the chin comes up, the elbows down, and you notice what you've made. I am this, strong, anchored, bright and tall. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. If you choose, recross with the opposite shin in front. Now if your hands were simply ahead of you, almost to touch, you could move from the base, right? A little bit of rounding and then a rise. And if we allow the hands to follow the movement of the spine, they open and close. So the movement initiates from your seat. Inhale as they open, exhale as they almost close. So the whole body is helping. It's not the work of the upper back. And then it's the work of the heart. Can I feel totally available to a universal, unconditional force of love? This morning it is far. If your shoulders complain any modification, the hands a little lower. Where can you go? The one certain thing we are here to feel is that we are accepted so fully. We are an expression of such infinite light. Three, two, hands up high, little cups, open the elbows, inhale, and 3 sips more. Heart up, chin in, pulse the pelvic floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chin up, breath out, elbows bending. And just notice the sensation. That there's a radiance that's installed, that's available all our lives. Breathe it in. Fists or blocks, your choice. Hands up high, shake it out. Knuckles down or to the blocks, press to lift, and then inhale up. Some stability, some ignition, some certainty. Feel the floor, feel the sky. One more go. Bring it down. The first two fingers come together pointing forward, the last two fingers pointing in. Hold them with your thumbs. Elbows bend and straighten. And again, it's a movement that comes from the hips. Just rounding and the hands follow. Work here or elbows bent, lift them up. Work here or arms straight. My goal isn't to arch my back or throw my heart forward. It's just to lift the hands. As you inhale the hands up high, the sensation of drawing energy up through the spine, up out the top of the head, up to the fingertips. Pausing tall. Elbows bending, hands coming down. Eyes closed, notice the space that surrounds you, a golden field of light. And then you choose staying seated, totally possible, or coming to stand. Coming to open your hands wide wherever you've gone. Fold your thumbs into your palms, fold your fingers over your thumbs, and begin to wind forward. Long, deep breathing here. That film that collects in the bottom of the bottle that I wrote about in the newsletter, it gets in everything. Everything we taste tastes like that film, and everything we see is seen through that film. Imagine this to be a brush that would shake it out. Deepen your breath, Soften your shoulders, move your body. Energy can become stuck. And that film we most often describe as a mood. And a mood is simply a film of energy. Even a good mood. They're transitory, they come and go. We want to get to the light underneath. A constancy of light. Your breath is silky and steady. Breath is full. That in repetition and in duration we meet ourselves. Just keep moving the hands, keep moving the inner conversation. Come back to the light. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Shake it out. Inhale. Make tight fists. Cross your forearms and press. Press until you tremble, holding the breath in. Stay 4, 3, 2, and release the breath. The hands to cross. Shake it out. Inhale wide. Hold the breath. Tight fist. Cross the forearms. Tuck your chin. Press. Hold the breath. Press. Press. Press it all out into the fire. The mood is not who you are. And release your hands, release the cross, release the breath. Palms face forward, stand or sit steady. That as much as Svadhistana is the home of our duality, we get caught in the I like, I don't like. I want, I don't want. These are aspects of ignorance, of vidya, of separation. Shake the hands, shake the shoulders. There is a space between that is all things. Sit down. Sit down. Legs crossed, blocks up in front. Nearly home. Folding forward, hands to blocks, give yourself a little support. And then inhale, fingertips to shoulders, and inhale, hands up high. To fold. And to rise. Work there, or cross the forearms, put the forehead to the forearms and find a fold. Work there, or elbows over the shoulders, arms beside the ears and fold. Eyes are closed, let it become steady and smooth. Spine stays straight. Right hand down, left hand across. Left hand down, right hand across. Moving from side to side. Feel through the outer hip, outer shoulder, and the side of your spine. And then bringing your palms together, height of your heart, keep the same motion in your spine. Work there, or thumbs to the forehead, same motion in your spine. Work there, or hands overhead, keeping your seat. Move from the low belly, from beneath your belly button. That's your anchor. Three, two, and hands high, little cups, elbows open, inhale, and add 3 sips. Heart up, chin in, pulse the pelvic floor. Clear the film of how you have felt. Breathing out, breathing in. Pulse the pelvic floor so that you can feel this moment clearly. Breathing out, elbows down, sitting tall. Take it to your back, feet flat. Roll right back and keep your seat on your bolster. Interlace your hands behind the base of your skull, the back of your neck. Elbows wide and pressed into the floor.
And as you press into the floor, let the spine float away from the floor. So the spine comes up, the heart comes up, the elbows go wide, fingers interlace. And you'll feel a widening all the way through the length from the diaphragm down to the pubic bone. That may be perfect right there, work there. When you're ready, press your heels down, lift your hips and back down. Just 2 to 4 inches. Inhale up, exhale down. It will be light and swift and not for long. Elbows wide. Five, 4, 3, 2. Sit your seat to the blanket. Walk your legs out long. Flex your feet. Toes point up. Backs of your knees are open. Elbows wide, pressing into the elbows. Use the weight of your legs to lengthen from the navel through the hips, all the way to the pubic bone. Long, deep breathing right there. And in your mind, pulse the word, the sensation at the pelvic floor, svadhistana. If it still feels foreign, home, because this is the seat of the self. Release the effort of your thought, your attention, and rest in the full length of your body and all the space that you can feel around it. Walk your feet in. Release your hands. And roll to the right side. Come up to your cross-legged seat. Keep it with you, all that you've made. If you need a sweatshirt or a wrap or a layer, set yourself up. Allow your breathing to become full again, to become upright again. Let it get a little bit bigger. 1 count extra. Open the interior. Left hand, thumb, and first fingertip touch. Left elbow opens. Right hand, first 2 fingers come together and fold to the inner hand. Take the 4th fingertip to the left inner eye corner and slide down the left side to feel just above the flare of the nostril. Close there and breathe easily in and out of the right side. Invite your breathing to become smooth and supportive internally. Release the fourth fingertip. Take the tip of your thumb to your right inner eye. Slide down the right side of the nose. Feel where the bone ends. Close just above the flare of the nostril, in and out the left side. Release the left shoulder, left jaw, left lung. Breathe in through the mouth, out the mouth, lips together, in left, 2, 3, 4, close left, out right, 2, 3, 4, in right, 2, 3, 4, out left, in left, out right, in right, out left. At the conclusion of your left exhale, right hand down, in and out through both nostrils. If your pace is different from mine, move at a count that's right for you, but let it be even. The in for 5, the out for 5, the in for 8, the out for 8. This is yours. Let it grow. Right hand, first 2 fingers down. Right thumb closes the right hand side, breathing in the mouth. Out the mouth. Lips together, in left. Close left, out right. Continue. At the end of 3 rounds, at the end of your exhalation out the left side, right hand down, breathing in and out through both. Last time, adding a pause to build the power of the breath, to build the power of the center, the integration, the meeting point. Right hand, first 2 fingers folding in, the thumb closing the right hand side, in the mouth.
out the mouth. In the left. Pause both. 2, 3, 4. Out right. Pause both. In right. Fill the chest, draw the energy down toward the navel. Pause full. Energy resides at the navel. Out left. Empty the navel. Pause. Attention rests at the emptiness. In left. Feel full, nourished, supported. Pause. Energy at the navel. Install the energy and out right. Navel to spine. Pause. Install the stillness. In right. Pause. Out left. Empty it. Let go of what you've carried. And pause, empty and safe. In left. Pause full. Heart up, chin in, soften your body around it. Out, right. Empty the navel. Pause in the quiet. In right. Pause full, draw the fullness to the navel. Out left. Pause empty. Right hand down, breathing in and out through both. Be still. Let the breath be free. Wherever it needs to go, what it needs to do. And as you let the breath go free, let your mind go free. Let the body be free around the breath. Keep letting go, keep unraveling what you've been carrying. Until a silky freedom is what you find in that stillness. Make no effort of the breath. Allowing your breathing to deepen, eyes stay closed. I prayed, let me be something useful and unpretentious. Even the chimney swift sings, even the cobblestones have a task to do, and do it well. Let me be a flower, a grass, or a sparrow, or the smallest bright stone in a ring worn by someone brave and kind whose name I will I sleep, I feel you near. When I wake and you are already wiping the stars away, I rise quickly, hoping to be like your wild child, the rose, the honeymaker, the honey vine, a bird shouting its joy as it floats through the gift you have already given us. Another day. Hands wide. Reach tall, be tall. Palms together. Exhaling, thumbs to the forehead, center. I am this. Satnam. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Satnam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. Have a tremendous Sunday, or whenever you repeat this or replay this, another day. Tomorrow is our 365th day. So I have been so enjoying the pictures that you have sent of your spaces. If you would like, and you haven't sent one, there's still time. If you would like, take a look. MarthaMcAlpin.com is the website. Under practice, it says Celebrate 365. All the spaces where we have met. Thank you. We will meet in person April 4th. I will teach outside at Druid Hill Park, rain or snow. And if you plan to come, April 4th is a Sunday. We'll meet at 10:30. There'll be details on the website and in the newsletter. If you come, bring a bunch of flowers. And I will bring a bunch of flowers, and we will exchange what we have, and we will leave with a bouquet. So good to be in person, to exchange a flower. I will see you there. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Tomorrow, noon, right here, Monday through Friday, noon. Satnam.